What's going on out there, everybody? I hope all of you are staying safe, staying out of trouble, being good to one another. Anyway, welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper. And of course, I'm Old Snapper. Um, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Also, we started this membership thing. There's only one level. I didn't do all that multi level stuff. But what I'm going to do on the membership side is my personal life videos that are not related to trucking. It may be stories about things I did when I was younger. Um, might be stories from jail. It might be maybe filming a little bit when I see my kids or when I'm home. My personal life. That kind of stuff will go straight to the member side. It won't go public. Um, of course, this side will always stay the way it is. Drivers helping drivers and all that kind of stuff. But anybody out there that wants to know more about Snapper, projects I work on when I'm home, um, my personal life, uh, want to hear stories about when I was a teenager. I mean, some of them are kind of wild. Um, that then a membership might want to be where you want to be, or if you just want to help support the channel, grab a membership. Um, but anyway, that's what I did with that. Oh man, get more comfortable in the seat. Anyway, I want to talk about something that might be a little bit controversial. And yeah, that's a long word for a guy from Texas, ain't it? I think I said it right. But anyway, um, please listen to the whole video before you make a comment because I may have already said whatever you're going to make a comment about. You know what I'm saying? I may have already gone through that. You know what I'm saying? So try to hold it. I know some of you don't like it. Y'all don't like 18-year-olds being out here, don't like the idea of it. And you kind of want to jump out there pretty quick and say, hey, wait, no 18-year-olds, please let me finish. and then, uh, and then, and then respond with what your thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in everybody having their opinion. And I've always, all of y'all know on this channel, I don't delete comments. You can have your opinion. And even if it's different than mine, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it because I may learn something from it. You may have a perspective of something I haven't thought of. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy reading them. But anyway, I think I'm going to title this video 18-Year-Olds Should Be Able to Drive. Change my mind. All right, now I need to get some nicotine here. Oh man, it done went out. Anyway, I know a lot of people don't think 18-year-olds should be able to drive a truck. And at first, I didn't either until I sat and thought about it a little bit. You know, 18-year-olds have already been driving in state, so it ain't like we ain't driving around them. When I was in the oil field, more than half of the guys driving them trucks in the oil field were 18, 19, some of them 20. They were all young. We didn't have no problems. So I don't know. They're already driving trucks. They just couldn't cross state lines. I think they should be able to run OTR. And I'll tell you one thing. I they keep talking about it, and I honestly don't think that many of them are going to want to run OTR. I think 18-year-olds driving is going to affect your local drivers and your regional drivers more than it will your OTR drivers. Because I know when I was 18 years old, I loved to travel, but I wouldn't have wanted to be gone 3 weeks at a time. That's something more for an older cat. Us that love the road, love the highway. love the life out here. I don't know that an 18-year-old's going to jump to go do that. So I don't really see it as a threat to my job. Um, I've seen these 18-year-olds work, and I can outwork them, so that's not a threat to my job either. But anyway, that would be one thought on it. Another thought on it I have is an 18-year-old can vote. They can also go to war to protect our freedom. You know, um, I believe if a young man or young lady is seen as mature enough to go die for my freedom, then they're mature enough to drive a truck. If they're mature enough to place a vote into the leadership of my local city, county, state, or federal government, then they should be able to drive a truck. That's my first thought on it. And another thought I had was by 18 years old, most states they can get a license at 15 or 16. So by 18 years old, they've already been driving 2 or 3 years anyway. And I know when you go down and get a CDL, you're required to have had a driver's license for 12 months previous to getting that CDL. That's the way it was back when I went and got mine. I don't know what it is now. That was years ago. But that's the way it was. So if you think about it, a person could not have driven ever. They could turn 21, 22 years old, leave mom and daddy's house, go get a driver's license, hold it for 12 months, go get their CDL, come out here and drive around us and have only been driving for a year anyway. So I mean that's not really that big a deal. Also, I did a little bit of research on insurance. Insurance rates between an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old or 21-year-old are not that much different. Insurance doesn't begin to drastically drop until 25. So these companies out here that are already hiring 21 and 22-year-olds, they're only paying about 10% more than they would pay if they had an 18-year-old in most cases. That's not that big a deal. So I don't see insurance being a reason to keep them out either. But that's my thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Like I said at first, my first initial reaction was, oh no. But then I get to looking around out here. We have a lot of foreigners. We have almost probably as many foreigners as we do Americans out here now. You know, um, Even if the kid's only 18 years old, it'd sure be nice to have an 18-year-old that could understand English, read our street signs, um, maybe even have a CB radio and actually be able to communicate with them. A lot of these foreigners don't carry a CB radio because, well, they can't communicate with us anyway. So it'd be pointless for them to have one. I'd rather see an American going to work than somebody from overseas. But I'm all for taking care of Americans first. I'm not saying that anybody from overseas shouldn't come over here and go to work. There's nothing wrong with that. If there's a job opening, come get it. But I think that Americans should try to employ Americans first and foremost, just like they do in their country, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're going to take care of their own. You know, um, we got this. There's still plenty of trucking jobs, and I forget where I was at. I think I was in Florida picking up paper, and it's been a couple years ago. But there was a guy there from Africa. I believe he was from South Africa, and he was having a really hard time understanding the shipper. He was fresh out of school. So I tried the best I could and to communicate to him what they were asking him to do. And he absolutely didn't get it. He didn't understand his driver manager, you know, and I didn't even work for that company. I think it was CRST. but I didn't even work for that company. But I talked to his driver manager on the phone from his phone, and then tried to communicate to the driver what the driver manager was wanting him to do. But long story short, come to find out, in some cases, CRST brings those drivers straight from whatever country they're from, straight over here to go to work. Sure would have been a whole lot easier if it was an 18-year-old kid that spoke English, wouldn't it? But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. And like I said, if you got a different point of view, if there's something I missed or you got some different information, throw it down in the comments, man. I don't take offense to none of that. And I hope y'all don't take offense to my point of view on it. But I do enjoy reading y'all's thoughts and your opinions on those situations. But anyway, y'all take care, stay safe. I look forward to seeing your comments. Old Snapper, I'm out.